Hello, good morning, everyone. How are you? My name is Lacey Jane. This is Criminally Confident, and I am so happy that you have decided to spend some time with me today. Unfortunately, it is not for the greatest of reasons. We are currently on day 2 of the Lindsay Clancy trial. Yesterday was a day off. We are back at it again today. And before I go into that, I don't want to forget. Please make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. If you are watching on your phone, whether it's live or on replay, please make sure to double tap your screen, and that way you like the video. Everyone else, just if you could like, please, that would be great. If you are able to share this, that would be tremendous as well. We had a great day. In terms of engagement yesterday, I posted about it. Yesterday I saw that this small channel has evolved from just another YouTube show to a community. And even the most horrific of circumstances, which is 3 children whose lives have been tragically cut short, and a woman, and countless people whose lives have been flipped upside down. We were able to show support for one another. We were able to respectfully disagree with one another. We were able to show that there's humanity and even in the worst of circumstances. And that, I walked away yesterday feeling so fulfilled and so blessed to know you guys. And I just want you to know that. You guys mean the world, and I kind of needed that for this trial, because this trial's rough. So I'm really thankful for you guys. I hope you know that. But enough about me. Thank you for liking and subscribing and doing the things. So day 2 is today. Yesterday was actually a day off, but I had missed trial on day 1 because of ketamine therapy treatment number 5. Tomorrow is treatment number 6. So, good news. We are going to fly through the trial on Friday, because we're not going to be able to, or we'll be able to zoom past all the breaks, so on and so forth. Seems like you guys really enjoyed that. So I hope that we can get back to doing that. I just need to make sure that our engagement stays the same. So, not even the engagement. Well, the chat. Yesterday, it was all about the chat. And if you were in here, it was such a unique support system that I saw, and people being just there for one another. And if you were there, you saw it, you felt it. And during extremely difficult trials like this, that can make all the difference. So thank you. Let's say hi to some of the people who are here. Scott, thank you for posting all the information. Scott's a great mod. He's the mod of YouTube. He's like everyone's mod. Okay. All right. Grandma, good morning. Oh my goodness. Bubbles. Look at Bubbles. Hello. Happy Wednesday afternoon for you. She is across the pond. And we have beautiful Kaylee. Hello, Kaylee. Kaylee, oh my God. Okay, I'm so glad that I remembered this. I want to start off by congratulating predator poachers on their catch yesterday. I'm devastated that I missed it. They were able to catch a guy that is a 2, now 3 times PDF. And if you know what that means, you know what that means. And he's already spent something like 17 years in prison. And he tried to escape yesterday, and it was wild. So congratulations. And this was in Fairbanks, Alaska, by the way. Oh. No, you're not imaginary, Grandma. Oh my God, Brazilian is in here. Look at my chat. It's like green. This is a good thing. When your name is in green, it is it's because you are a paid member. And that reminds me, let me put up my good morning, Angela, or you received a membership. Memberships mean the world to me, and I'm going to share some really exciting news now. As exciting as one can get in this area. So I explained yesterday that I had applied for the ability to sit through the Tepe murder trial as a member of the media. And I did that because because of this. And I've told you guys I was going to cover it. And I wanted to be able to start taking my show on the road. And I feel like it'll have a better reach, and my advocacy efforts will have more of an effect, if that makes sense. And I had spoken with the women at the clerk of court's office, and they were like, there are only so many people that get chosen for this, and it's not necessarily first come first serve, but they look into it and they vet you. And yesterday when I logged off, I got the notification that I have access as a member of the media for all of the public trials and all of the parts of the or all of the hearings and for the trial. So I will be able to provide you with coverage on location for that. And the hope is that I'm able to do that with all cases moving forward. Like that would be great. And I feel like it would be more impactful. So your support means everything to me. When you are a member of this channel, that's what it's going towards. It's going towards the gas. It's going towards the stupid parking garage tickets. It's going towards I don't eat lunch, so it's not going towards that. But the important things in making sure that I can provide you with the coverage. So thank you so much for being a part of this. For sure I am. Watch out. Bubbles, that's funny. I see. Thank you, Kaylee. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's like I'm excited about it, but at the end of the day, of course I didn't see this piece of hair when I was doing my hair this morning. Of course I didn't. At the end of the day, it's like you have to be really careful with this sort of stuff. And it can be rough. It can be difficult. There's a family that's like, there's like 2 families that are mourning very serious losses. And that's kind of, I kept getting sent tips because people I know are friends with that family. And so I wanted to be able to provide thorough coverage of this trial. And in less than a month, we have the very first hearing. So it'll be interesting, and it'll come with a bunch of learning curves. And I'm just happy that I'm not going to be just another person reporting from afar. I'll be able to provide you with different perspectives in person. Okay. All right, so we have it turned up. Hold on, this is funny. Oh, yes. Thank you for reminding me. Okay, so I always have two screens going at once. Uh not screens, streams. Oy vey. Always have two streams going at once, and I get the most interaction with people who are on their phones. That's where we have like the best conversations. So I apologize for those of you who are on the horizontal stream. But yeah, we're chatting with each other over on the vertical stream. I don't know why you're yelling, sir. But yes, I do. I'm who told you? I do. Okay. So, this morning we are going to, I would assume, actually not this morning. It'll probably be later this afternoon when we finish the testimony of Lindsay's then husband, Patrick. They had 3 children together, and she had sought help so many times, and she had been thrown so many different medications. And that was one of the things that the chat brought up yesterday, is like, when you have a mental health problem, medication management is the number one issue. It's difficult to remember when you took your medicine, if you took your medicine, and to stay on top of it. And it's important to stay on top of it so that you don't have something like this happen. Now, with Lindsay, this was months and months and months of calling the hotline that you call when you feel like something bad is going to happen. If you're catching up what I'm trying to say without getting in trouble from YouTube. Always being thrown these different medications or increased levels of these medications. And I had people in the chat that were like, I was on that and it worked for me, or I was on that and I couldn't believe how horrible it was. And it's wild how it's so different for so many people, But that's why Patrick, her husband, wanted her to be seeing the doctor in person. So many times she was doing these telehealth visits, and telehealth, you only get like 25% of what's actually going on, in my opinion. It's really difficult. So that's when, like, around December, and the incident happened in January. It was around December when her husband was like, I'm going to go with you and we are going in person. And he was really advocating for her. So it just an awful situation. I see that people are chatting and I don't have my glasses on. Give me one moment, please. I had that catch yesterday. Alex was moving it with the cops. He was running like full force, track team level. That was wild. There's so many things that I didn't cover this morning, and it's going to be court here in a moment. I need to write down like everything that I need to touch on before court starts instead of like continuously trying to whiff it and like remember everything. Huh? I'm confused. Hello, Trevor. Welcome. Oh my God. Like, that is so insulting. You're feeling like you have nothing left to live for. You allow yourself to be vulnerable enough to call a 1-800 number and talk to a stranger, and they suggest that you go for a walk. Do you think that we haven't tried that? That's wild, man. I'm sorry, I actually caught myself speechless. So telehealth was beneficial for me before I had heart surgery in May. Um, I I really couldn't leave the house. I couldn't put on my own socks. I was so sick. And telehealth was the way that I could meet with my providers and be like, "Hey, I'm still alive. You can refill my prescription." Like that, straight up. And girls, if you ever have like a UTI or like another issue in that area that you need immediate uh you need medication from a provider and you don't have time to go into a urgent care or the money to go to an urgent care, telehealth is a great option. I know that like Amazon has a telehealth service. um, they'll meet with you, ask you your symptoms, and ask you for the phone number of the closest like CVS, and they'll call in a antibiotic. So um, that has been great. My real name is Lacey. Um, a fiver, he gets the chair. Well, first of all, it's not a he. Um, Hornet, that would be very unfortunate. I know someone who has ALS and they can only uh, talk with their blinks, which is wild to me. And like another thing that this trial has really reminded me of is that we put so much trust in these people, and they're not always right. Like, doctors can be wrong too. I'm living proof of that. I went 12 years with a misdiagnosis. It was just awful. Their name is Jim. See, like that, what grandma said, I don't know about the meds part, but like I have one of my doctors who's about 35 minutes away, and I live in a urban area. Well, suburban, but very easy.
This court's now in session. Please be seated.
Good morning, Your Honor. May I proceed?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Your Honor, before the court today, we have the matter of Commonwealth versus Lindsay Clancy. Ms. Clancy is present. She is represented by Attorney Kevin Reddington, and the Commonwealth is represented by Assistant District Attorney Jennifer Sprague and Assistant District Attorney Shannon Buckingham.
Hi, good morning, counsel.
Morning.
Hi, good morning, Ms. Clancy. All right.
She didn't even
before we
say-
get started, could I see counsel at sidebar briefly?
Oh my Lord. Sydney, you just struck a nerve with me. I can relate with this 100%. Last time I physically went to the doctor that's 35 minutes away, I was on the highway and a tire came off of a like 18-wheeler and went right over my car. And I've heard like those horror stories about tires flying off and like going through windshields and killing people. And it makes a lot of sense for some people to do telehealth with depression and anxiety issues because you're in such bad shape that you can't leave the house, right? And I've been there more times than I can count. Like that's why ketamine, in my opinion, just truly saved my life. And with the telehealth, a lot of people can see a benefit from it, like trying a new medication or trying a medication, period. And at least getting to the point where they're stable enough so that next time they can go do the visit in person. So there are benefits, but if you are not checking up with your doctor at all, I think especially in a situation where there is psychopathy involved, that's a rabbit hole. That is a very dangerous situation. Also, I know that the people at the 1-800 number, most if not all of them are volunteers, and I've heard tremendous stories about people who called and became best friends with the dispatcher and like et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Take a walk. I still can't get off of that. Wait, why are you sorry? Maybe she didn't mean to say that to us. Yes, you do live on an island. So my old next door neighbor, who's actually in town right now, she lives in Anchorage, Alaska now. She is a social worker in Anchorage. And if you know anything about Alaska, like there are areas of Alaska that are like run by tribes and they are like physically impossible to drive to. So she has to get on an airplane, a puddle jumper, and go visit families with her job. That's crazy to me. I guess Hawaii probably does the same thing. And you know what? Bubbles, in that situation with your doctor, I'm sure your doctor felt a tremendous amount of guilt for leaving. And you have to ask yourself at what point, like, does it become too much and you're just like, you got to do what's right for you? And I am the first to admit, I struggle in this area. I take other people's feelings way too close to. Hornet, I'm not exactly sure what the name of the system is, but that's the only way he can speak right now. That's a touchy subject. He's not doing well. Yeah.
So counsel, we're ready for the jury?
Yes.
Okay.
Right. Hey guys, don't forget to double tap your screen to give this a like. Please, please. Guys. Where'd Kaylee go? Someone say something mean to Kaylee? Kaylee is a treasure. Grandma, are you on an Android? Because I'm not quite sure what you're referring to. This poor guy. It's so unfortunate that they couldn't finish up his testimony on Monday. And then they had no court yesterday. That sucks. He just had to sit there. He has a new family. Like, he has a new wife and kids. And God bless him for being able to move on in life. I'm sure that was really difficult at that time. Hornet, we're talking about a woman who's on trial for really, really difficult situation.
Hey, all persons having anything to do before the Honorable William Sullivan, Justice of the Superior Court, now sitting in Plymouth, within for the Commonwealth. Draw near and give your attendance, you shall be heard. God save the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. This court is now in session. Please be seated.
I had to listen to that. That's
Yes, please.
Your
my
Honor,
favorite
before the
thing
court
about
today, we have the continuation of the jury trial in the matter of Commonwealth versus Lindsay Clancy. Ms. Clancy is present. She is represented by Attorney Kevin Reddington, and the Commonwealth is represented by Assistant District Attorney Jennifer Sprague and Assistant District Attorney Shannon Buckingham.
All right, thank you, Madam Clerk. Well, good morning, everyone. Nice to see everyone again. So what I want to do is just kind of go through first. I'm going to ask you those couple of questions to make sure that everybody was able to follow my instructions. Then I'm going to go over today's schedule and maybe discuss a little bit about the week's schedule, so you kind of have an idea where we're going with this. So first, let me ask those questions. Excuse me. The first question: has any member of the jury read, seen, or heard anything about this case that would affect your ability to be fair and impartial as a juror in this case? The next question: is there any other serious matter or concern bearing on your service as a juror that anybody needs to bring to my attention at this time? All right, again, thank you for following those instructions. Now, the schedule that we're going to follow today is we're going to continue with the case with the calls witness who was on the stand Monday. And then we're going to take today be a little bit, might be broken up a little bit. There may be a couple of breaks that we have to take during the course of that, but we'll try and keep those to a minimum. But we'll take a break at 1 o'clock, and then we'll come back this afternoon, and we'll probably go to sometime between 3 and 4. All right. Hopefully, I think tomorrow will be pretty much the same schedule. Tomorrow's Thursday. And then Friday, we are planning to go on that view. All right. And as a judge, I can control a lot of things, but I can't control the weather. All right. And so we've checked. It looks like the weather should be fine in regards to do this, but we'll talk a little bit more about that tomorrow. But that's just in case I forget about that. That's what we're going to do. So on Friday, you may want to make sure you have a jacket with your comfortable shoes. But we'll go into that a little bit more. So that's the schedule that we anticipate for the rest of the week. So on Friday, when we do the view, we'll come back.
What
Usually
kind of
generally
weather
do
are you
that in the
guys
morning,
getting in Boston?
and then we'll come back and we'll probably go to, again, probably around 3 or 4 if we can. All right. And then on Friday, I'll discuss with you the next week's schedule and kind of where we are in the timeline in this case. All right. So I'll try and keep it up to date as best I can in regards to the case. But like I said, there may be some unanticipated breaks here and there that we're going to have to take. So with that, we're going to return now to the Commonwealth's case. The Commonwealth had a witness on the stand at that time. I'm going to ask Ms. Sprague if you could recall that witness, please.
Thank you, Your Honor.
It's beautiful in Ohio today. Here comes Patrick. Patty cakes. If you missed yesterday, Patrick has been an extremely vocal supporter of his ex-wife. Forgives her for what happened and knows that she was under a horrible situation.
Shall give to the court and the jury in the matter now pending between the Commonwealth and the defendant of shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you.
Yes.
Thank you. You may have a seat.
All right. Good morning, sir. All right. Ms. Sprague.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Oh,
Good morning.
messages. Sorry.
So on Monday, I had asked you some questions about the Surface Pro that you and the defendant had in your home and had access to, and about whether you had looked at a site on suicide methods on August 22nd. If I could ask you, did you look at a site for suicide methods on August 23rd, 2022?
I don't believe so.
And I had also asked you on Monday about when you were leaving the home on the night of January 24th, 2023, your observations of Lindsay and the children. Do you recall that?
Yes.
And you had testified that you observed Dawson on the couch eating, I believe you said.
Really quick. First thing, I love his suit. Second thing, where we left off when he was last on the stand, the prosecutor is about to walk him through what he saw when he was leaving home the night that this all happened and what he saw when he came back. And I expect that we will hear that 911 call this morning.
Chicken nuggets and green beans, is that correct?
Yeah.
Do you recall, if you're facing the couch, where he was on the couch?
If I were facing the couch, he'd be to the right.
To the right, okay. And showing you a photograph of the living room where there are some bowls on the couch. Is that a fair and accurate depiction of how the couch looked that night?
Yeah.
We could have this photo marked as the next
All right. Any objection? That may be admitted.
Now, as you're getting ready to leave the house to head out to get the takeout, did Lindsay say anything to you?
Nothing specific that I can recall, other than maybe goodbye.
Do you recall something about discussing something about CVS with her?
Yeah.
Okay. And what did she say about CVS?
She wanted me to pick up some stool softener for Cora.
And she hadn't mentioned that earlier in the text, correct?
Yeah, I don't think so.
So as you're leaving, she asked you to make a second or another stop while you're out. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. And in response to that request, did you ask her to do something?
I don't remember.
I could show you page 77 lines 23 and 24, if you could just read those to yourself.
Yeah, I told her to text it to me, which she did.
I'm sorry, so that refresh your memory and
Yep.
ask her to text it to you?
Yep.
And did she do so?
She did.
And was that at approximately 5:15 p.m. that she texted PDLX?
Sounds correct.
So your two stops then that night were going to be CVS and the 3V restaurant, correct?
Yes.
Where did you go first?
CVS.
And do you remember the route that you took to get there?
Yeah, I went out our driveway, took a right on Winter Street, and then took a left on the main road and went to CVS.
So it's a pretty direct route from your house to CVS?
Yeah.
Give them that. Just going to have you look at the screen, if you would, to a map. And coming into this red dot here, is that the approximate location of your home at 47 Summer Street?
Yeah.
And then looking at this pink dot here next to Big Y,
Guys, I had this set up.
is that where the CVS is located?
Yes.
And that's the CVS you went to that night?
Yes.
About how long did it take you to get there?
3 minutes.
And when you got to CVS, did you go inside?
Yes.
And what section did you go to in CVS?
I think it was pediatrics.
If we could pull up the CVS video.
Wow, guys, we just hit 2,500 subs. It's like 500 people in 2 months.
I'm going to ask you to look at the video here.
Wild. Thank you.
Is that you entering the store?
Yeah.
Okay. And that section you head to on the right, is that the pediatric medication section?
Yeah.
Okay. And while you're in that section, looking for the medication, do you do something?
I called Lindsay
And why did you call Lindsay?
because what we were looking for wasn't there. The shelves were pretty empty. It was still during COVID.
It was, I'm sorry, what?
It was during COVID. So
Okay, so, and was that call at about approximately 5:33 p.m.?
Yeah.
Boat?
Okay. And then, did she answer the call?
yes.
She answered when you called her?
Actually, I think she didn't at first. She called back.
Okay. And did you receive a call back from her about a minute later at 5:34 p.m.?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. And can you describe that phone call for us?
It was very brief. I just said, I think there was a generic brand, and I said, is this one okay? And she said, yeah, that's fine.
And what was her demeanor during the call?
She was pretty quiet. It sounded like she was busy. I remember hanging up thinking she's probably in the middle of giving baths or something like that.
So it sounded to you like she was in the middle of something?
Yeah.
Were you able to understand her when she spoke to you?
Yeah.
And did she seem to understand what you were saying?
Yes.
And she didn't seem to have any trouble recalling why you were at CVS or what you were looking for?
That's correct.
And did you, in fact, purchase some Pedialyx at CVS?
Yes.
Did you purchase anything else while you were there?
I bought a pack of Skittles.
Just showing you a receipt.
Kaylee, she was
Just so you can
halfway.
get an accurate description of what was purchased.
Yeah.
She would have been in the
Do you have the
act
CVS
when that
receipt?
happened.
Aren't just the next exhibit, please?
All right. That may
But that's
be
what's been
admitted.
alleged.
26. And then if we could have the original CVS video marked as an exhibit and the CVS timeline, a condensed version marked as the following exhibit.
Be 27 and 28.
Oh, thanks, guys. I was just letting you guys know. You're gonna make me
Original
laugh.
mark is 27. And the timeline is 28, please.
I appreciate you guys.
It's 26, 27, and 28 is the mark.
All right, thank you.
After you had made your purchases at CVS, where did you go next?
To 3V.
And do you remember the route you took to get there?
Yeah, I think I got on Route 3 South for I think just one exit. And then I got off and went straight to 3V.
And showing you the map again here on the screen. This green dot here on the bottom, is that where 3V restaurant is located?
Yeah.
Your Honor, I'd move to submit a copy, a digital copy of the map. We have it on the computer. I can make a hard copy.
All right, that may be admitted.
We can use empty case as a marker.
I can't even imagine.
All right, thank you.
You could pull up the 3V video, please. Now, sir, how long approximately did it take you to get from CVS to 3V?
Probably around 10 minutes.
And when you got to the 3V restaurant, did you go inside?
Yeah.
I'm just going to ask you to watch the video on the screen. At 5:54, 15 p.m., is that you coming in behind that other couple there?
Yeah.
Yes, Kaylee.
And what are you doing at that point when you're looking at the bags?
I think I was looking for the bag with my name on it.
He looks the exact same. Hi, welcome everyone. Please make sure to double tap your screens to give this stream a like. It helps push out the video. Thank you.
Do you recall what you're doing on your phone at that time?
I don't. It could be work related, it could be anything.
And the order that was listed under your name and phone number, correct?
I think Lindsay ordered it.
Right, but do you recall whose name it was under when you picked it up?
I don't recall specifically, but it could have been mine.
Show you a receipt here from 3V Restaurant for Mediterranean Power Bowl and scallop and pork belly risotto. You could just look at the name and the number on the receipt.
Yeah, that's my name and my number.
So that's your phone number?
Yeah.
Okay. So although the defendant called in the order, your name and phone number were given and were given accurately, is that correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
If we could have the 3V video marked as the next exhibit.
Sure. That may be admitted.
Your Honor.
Yeah. Can I see counsel just very briefly?
Come on, Judge. Yeah, he looks really sharp today. This is going to be difficult testimony. Oh, hi, Jennifer. Welcome. Thank you for dropping by the chat. That means so much to me. When you guys engage with the chat, it's almost, if not more beneficial than the likes. It really helps push this out to people who need to see it. And I have made no qualms about my struggle with mental health. I'm going and getting my 6th and final ketamine treatment tomorrow. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure to watch. But this is gonna, I'm happy to have such a kind chat. And people who are open to differing opinion. You guys never cease.
I think I have the receipt marked as the next exhibit.
All right. And subject to the court's order, that may be admitted.
Sir, after picking up the order at 3V, where did you go next?
Home.
And do you recall the route you took home?
Probably the same route, one exit on the highway, and then went home.
Okay. Do you recall approximately how long it took you to get home?
I would guess 10 to 12 minutes.
Thank you, Sydney.
When you arrived home, where did you park?
In the driveway.
What type of car did you drive then?
A Chevy Silverado.
And was that a white pickup truck?
Yeah.
What kind of car did Lindsay drive then?
It was a Kia SUV.
And once you parked there, were both vehicles now in the driveway?
Yeah.
I don't do coffee.
I'm going to show you a series of photographs of the exterior of your home. You could just look through them and tell me if they accurately reflect how your home looked on January 24th, 2023.
Yeah, these are accurate.
You could have these photographs of the exterior of the home, front and back, sequentially as exhibits.
They may be admitted. Thank you.
It's 32 through 37, no, 38, so high.
I had a balloon just go by my head, but like really high up.
Sir, showing you what's been marked as exhibit 32. Is this the front of your house with the main door?
Yes.
And then showing you what's been marked as exhibit 33. Where is this in relation to that main front door?
It's to the right.
And here where the light is that a secondary entrance at the front of the house?
Yes.
And for the record, that's to the left of the garage.
Yeah.
Showing you exhibit 34. Can you tell us what portion of the house this is?
It's to the left of the front door.
So if I'm facing the front door, it's to the left, there's a fence there, is that correct? And exhibit 35, is that more of that same fence on the left?
Yes.
And then showing you exhibit 36, is this looking at your backyard from that left side area where the fence is?
Yeah.
And then exhibit 37, can you tell us what we're seeing here?
This is the back of the house and where Lindsay jumped out.
And exhibit 38, is that a more direct view of that back of the house?
Yeah.
And so the window you referenced about Lindsay, is it this upper right top window?
Yeah.
And what is behind that window?
Our bedroom.
And the window to the left there in the middle, what room is that window in?
That's the upstairs bathroom.
And then the top window on the far left, what room is that for?
That was Dawson's bedroom.
Dawson's. Okay. And then directly below the top right window, so the bottom far right window, what room is that window for?
The living room.
And then again, the middle window on the bottom level.
Downstairs bathroom.
And then that window on the far left there, is that the kitchen?
Yeah.
And on the far left of the photo where the sliding glass doors are, where does that lead into?
Okay,
It's like a
Grandma,
room
sounds good.
off of the kitchen where there's a kitchen table.
When you got home and you parked your truck, how did you get into the home?
I went in through that side door.
The door that was to the left of the garage?
Yeah.
And what did you do once you got inside the home?
I started taking my boots off.
And did you have some bags with you from CVS and 3V?
Yeah.
Where did you place those?
On the kitchen island.
Show you a couple photos of that area where you came in. Just tell us if it accurately represents how that area looked on January 24th, please.
Yeah, that's accurate.
You could have these two photos marked with the next exhibit, please.
It may be minute.
Exhibits 39 and 40. So we're showing you what's been marked as exhibit 39. Can you tell us where the sliding glass doors are in this photograph?
They're to the left of the kitchen table.
So we have here the kitchen table, kind of in the center of the photograph, is that correct?
Yeah.
And so these are the sliding glass doors?
Yeah.
And where is the door that you came through?
To the right after the kitchen table.
Right here, next to the curtain?
Yeah.
And the door, when you're looking at the photo straight ahead, this door to the left of the mirror or the photo there, where does that lead?
The garage.
And then showing you exhibit 40. Is that where you place the bags on the island in the kitchen?
Yeah.
When you came into the house and you were taking off your boots and putting things down, was there anything you noticed?
Yeah, the house was really quiet.
Is that unusual?
Yeah.
And when you realized it was really quiet, what did you do?
I called out.
And who did you call out to?
Everyone.
Did anyone answer?
No.
After you called out and no one answered, what did you do next?
I think I don't know the order, but I called down in the basement and no one answered. And then I called Lindsay to see if she was home because I looked out and I couldn't see her car, but it's because it was dark and her car's black.
Okay, so when you say you called down to the basement, when you approached the basement door, do you remember if it was open or shut?
It was shut.
So did you open it and yell down?
Yeah.
And there was no response?
Correct.
And showing you a photo here, is that a fair and accurate depiction of the stairway down to the basement level?
Yeah.
We could have this marked as the next exhibit, please.
That may be admitted.
Exhibit 41. Do you recall when you opened the door to yell down whether the light was on or off?
Yeah, it was on, but Lindsay always left the light on.
And you said you called Lindsay, was that a phone call?
Yes, Cloud.
And was that at approximately 6:09 PM?
Yeah.
And did she answer?
No.
After calling down the stairs to the basement, did you leave the door open or did you close it?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I would think I closed it because I always try to keep it closed. I'm not sure.
Okay. And so after you called Lindsay and didn't get a response, what did you do next?
I started checking upstairs.
And where did you check upstairs?
First, the bathroom. I thought maybe they were taking baths, but there's no one there.
And then where did you go?
The kids' bedrooms.
Was there anyone in the kids' bedrooms?
No.
And then did you go to your bedroom?
Yeah.
And were you able to get into your bedroom right away?
No, the door was locked, and that's when I knew something was wrong.
And when you realized the door was locked, did you have a way to unlock it?
Yeah, the previous owners, when they installed the doorknobs, had these like these little keys that they taped to the back of each door. So I got the one from Cora's room, and I started unlocking the knob.
Okay. And when you unlocked the door to your bedroom, did you go in?
Yeah.
And what did you see when you opened the door and went in?
I just saw blood everywhere, and the window is open.
And showing you here a photo, is this the bed in your bedroom?
Yeah.
Now, the way the bed is in this photo, kind of pulled away from the wall and slightly askew or at an angle, is that the way it was typically?
No.
And when you left the bedroom that day for the last time prior to coming home later that night, was the bed in that position?
I don't think so.
It had this photo marked.
It may be admitted.
My dad just moved from North Carolina. You're right, Cloud. It's cheaper there. But you don't get paid as much, but it really doesn't matter because the cost of living isn't as high. Yeah.
And you said you saw the
Same.
window, is that correct?
Yeah.
Was it open?
Yeah, there was wind blowing in.
Showing you a photo here. Is that a fair and accurate depiction of how the window looked?
Yeah.
Mark this the next exhibit, please.
That may be admitted.
Exhibit 43. Did you walk into the room and over to the window?
No.
How far into the room did you get?
Probably 1 or 2 steps, and then I immediately turned around and went outside.
And the blood that you saw, where was that located in the room?
It was everywhere. It was, it looked like it was sprayed almost with like a hose. And there was
she
a
hit an
huge
artery.
puddle in the middle of the room, and it was sprayed all over pretty much every surface. I remember it was on the doorknob.
Okay. Showing you 3 photos. Do you recognize what's depicted there? And is that a fair and accurate depiction of how the room looked on January 24th, 2023?
Yeah.
We could have these photos, 3 photos marked as the next 3 exhibits.
It may be admitted.
Amen.
45, 46. So they're showing you what's been marked exhibit 44. Is this the entrance to the room, looking into the room?
Yeah.
And then exhibit 45, is this mirror to the right of that bureau we were just looking at?
Yep.
And this area right here, is this the blood you were referring to?
Yeah, that's some of the blood.
And then in exhibit 46, is that getting closer to the window?
Yeah.
And is that more of the blood that you were talking about?
Yeah.
Going back to exhibit 42, there's no blood on the walls or on the bedding, correct?
On those walls and the bedding, correct.
Exactly, Cloud. I mean, no one in their right mind would do this. So I don't know why we're at trial.
Sir, were you aware that the defendant's phone was found on the bed in the bedroom that night?
Yeah.
Did he just say no? I can't imagine being her age with a career and 3 babies. Call me naive. It seems like a whole lot. Like 3 kids under 6.
They're showing you this phone with this light brown case. Do you recognize this?
Yes.
Whose phone is it?
That was Lindsay's phone.
And is this the phone that she was consistently using between September of 2022 and, well, actually August of 2022 throughout the fall and into January of 2023?
Yeah.
We have this marked as the next activity.
That may be admitted.
We're all waiting to hear what this sinister information is. Like, why are we here?
Sir, after making those observations in the bedroom, what did you do next?
I ran downstairs and went outside.
And do you recall whether you went out the front door or the back door?
I went out the back door.
So that would be the sliders, is that right?
Yeah.
And where did you go from there?
I just looked around in the backyard below that window and I saw Lindsay.
And where did you see her?
She was face up in the backyard.
And where in the backyard was she?
At the bottom of the window.
And so, looking at exhibit 38, you said this was the window, correct, at the top right?
Correct.
Where was she in relation to that window?
Directly below it.
So down here by the window well?
Yeah.
For the record, I was pointing straight below the bottom right window by the window well. I'll show you a photo of that window you were referring to. Is this the exterior view of that window to your bedroom that night?
Yeah.
We could have this marked as an activity.
That may be admitted.
To the 48. Showing you exhibit 48. So the window's open, correct?
Yes.
And the screen for the window is up, correct?
Yeah.
At any point in time that night or afterwards, did you notice that the screen was cut or broken in any way?
I didn't notice that, no.
And when you saw Lindsay on the ground there, under the window. Which direction was her body facing?
Her head was closer to the house. Her feet were away from the house.
And did you go to her?
Yeah.
And did you observe any injuries?
Yes.
And what did you see?
She had deep cuts on her wrists, and she had a red line across her neck. I wasn't sure what it was at first, but she cut her neck.
And do you recall that these wounds weren't actively bleeding at the time?
I later learned that I said that on the 911 call.
And when you observed these wounds, is it correct that the 911 operator asked you or instructed you to apply pressure if needed?
I don't recall the whole call, but I believe that's probably true.
Okay. And you didn't at the time feel the need to apply pressure to any of those wounds, correct?
Correct.
Did you say anything to Lindsay when you found her in that state?
Yeah, I said, what happened?
And what was her response?
She said, I tried to kill myself.
Did you ask her anything else?
I said, where are the kids?
And what was her response?
She said, they're in the basement.
And at that time, she didn't tell you that they needed help or they were in danger or they were injured, correct?
Correct.
And so you mentioned talking to someone on 911. At what point did you call 911?
I don't know the exact time, but it took a few minutes because my phone was switching between Wi-Fi and 911. So I almost just started calling out for the neighbors, but eventually it went through.
Okay. So you had some difficulty connecting, but eventually you connected to the 911 operator?
Yeah.
Okay. And did you stay on the phone with them while they were sending people to respond?
Yeah.
Okay.
What in the darnation? Sebastian, preach.
While you're on the phone with 911, are they asking you questions and you're responding with information about her condition?
Yeah.
Okay. And if you could just look at the screen here, is this the model of the first floor of your home?
Yes.
Okay. And so we have here the sliding glass doors. Where would the basement door be in this model?
Directly below the stairs.
Good morning, Troll Steve.
So now that it's flipped around, is this the door to the basement right here?
Yeah.
And for the record, that's the door across from the downstairs bathroom?
Yeah.
And then, how long approximately, and I know you weren't looking at your watch or anything like that, but can you estimate for us how long it took for first responders to arrive?
4 or 5 minutes.
Okay. And during that time, are you continuing to try to
What is going
talk
on?
to Lindsay?
Yeah.
Is she responding?
She was in and out of consciousness.
Okay. Was she breathing on her own?
I believe so.
And you're communicating information to the 911 operators, and are they giving you, advice on how to deal with the situation as it progresses?
Yeah.
Okay. Once emergency personnel arrive, what do you do?
I immediately got up and ran to the basement.
Okay. And do you still have the phone on you? You're still on the 911 call?
Yeah, I didn't realize it at the time, but I did.
Okay. And have you look at this model here on the screen. Is this a fair and accurate depiction of the setup of your basement?
Yeah.
Okay. If you can just describe the rooms for us, what the purpose of each room was.
So the room in the back left was my office. The room with the black rubber mat is the gym. And then there's the living room to the right of that. And then the back right is just an area of the living room. And then there's a bathroom next to that.
So when you come down those stairs that night, which direction did you go?
Immediately went left.
And when you went left, what did you see?
I saw Cora.
And how did she look?
She had a band around her neck.
And was that an exercise band?
Yeah.
And do you recall whether she was, what position she was in, whether face up or face down?
She's face down.
And when you saw her in that condition, what did you do?
I immediately ran over and tried to take the band off.
Were you able to get the band off?
Yeah.
And do you recall how you got the band off?
I think I untied it.
And when you say untied it, was it in a knot that you had to, put everything down and unknot it, or how was it tied?
I'm not sure I fully remember.
Do you recall describing it previously as when you initially tie your shoes, but then don't do the bow?
Yeah, that sounds right.
And was she responsive?
No.
And what did you see or do next?
I saw Callan.
And where was he?
He was next to her.
And how did he appear?
He had a band around his neck.
Sorry?
He had a band around his neck.
And did you remove that as well?
Yeah.
And do you recall what position he was in?
Same as Cora.
And looking at the model here, if you could just tell us, where was Cora?
The left of the couch.
So would that be this area here that I'm pointing to, in between the bureau and the couch?
Yeah.
And where was Callan?
To her left.
So would that be more over here towards the chair and the bureau?
Yeah.
After you removed the band from Callan's neck, what did you do next?
I tried to find Dawson.
And where did you go?
100%.
I looked in the bathroom and on the other side of the couch. And then I went to the other side of the basement and he was in my office.
And when you saw Dawson, what condition was he in?
I knew he was gone.
And did he also have a band around his neck?
Yeah.
And did you remove that band?
Yeah.
And looking at the office here,
Bubbles.
where was he located within the office?
Just to the left of the door when you went in.
Just in this area here, right inside the door?
Yeah.
We may approach briefly.
Yeah, please.
Wow. It's rare to find me at a loss for words, but sometimes, there just doesn't need to be a lot said. If you are just now joining, please make sure to double tap your screen and give this a like. Make sure to subscribe. I do this daily. Tomorrow will be a different stream, but we'll catch up on Friday since there will be no court on Friday.
Now, after finding Dawson and taking off the band, what happened next?
I think I was back and forth. I think I went to try to help Cora.
My heart.
Did you try to give her CPR?
Yeah.
At some point in time, do the first responders make their way down to the basement?
Yeah.
And do they take over care of the children?
Yeah.
Where do you go?
They sent me upstairs.
Okay. And at this point, Your Honor, I'd move to submit the 911 call.
You have
as
a
the
cute
next
dog.
exhibit.
That may be allowed pursuant to the earlier order.
So he was gone, what, like an hour, which is that's like what the state is trying to like really hound in on the jury. The state says that she sent him to a restaurant that they never go to that was further away for takeout so that she could commit these heinous crimes. Why would she
Core
insist
Dawson
on
and Cowan removed
medication
from the
for her
home and taken to a
daughter,
hospital.
Yeah.
Was
though?
that
You know?
Beth Israel Deaconess in Plymouth?
Yeah.
Did you also go to that location?
Yeah.
And at the hospital, were you able to see your children?
Yeah.
And was Cowan then transported to Children's Hospital?
Yeah.
Did anyone ever tell you not to leave your kids alone with Lindsay?
No.
There we go, chat.
In January of 2023, did Lindsay ever tell you that she wanted to harm your children?
No.
It's not weird, it's natural.
Did she ever tell you she was going to kill your children?
No.
Yes.
Did you receive, a few days after this happened, did you receive a phone call from the defendant while she was at Brigham and Women's Hospital?
I think it was like a week or so after. Yeah.
And what did the defendant say at that time about what had happened with the children?
She didn't talk about our kids. She talked about what she went through.
And what did she say about what she went through?
She said she heard a man's voice telling her that if she didn't do it now, she would lose her chance or something like that.
And did she also tell you that she had had a moment of psychosis?
I don't recall.
Did she mention the children at all during that call?
I don't think so. I mean, not directly.
Had she ever mentioned psychosis to you before?
No, I didn't know what psychosis was until after this happened.
Did she ever tell you she was hearing a man's voice before?
No.
If I may have a moment, Your Honor.
Sure.
You
I have no
guys are
further
asking
questions for this witness.
great questions.
All
I
right.
just have exhibits
All
after.
right. Counsel, can I see just briefly sidebar?
You guys are doing a really good job saying the things that everyone keeps asking themselves. That works too. Hey guys, double check that you are subscribed, please. Someone said that they were unsubscribed. I've had 2 people say that.
The witness could be
All right.
excused.
So you can be excused, subject to recall at a later point today. Thank you.
Okay.
sir.
Okay, so hold on. So what just happened is that Kevin Reddington, the attorney for Lindsay, just passed on the opportunity to do a redirect, like, or cross-examination rather, and he is going to talk to Patrick. There's no way he won't, but he's saving that opportunity for later. Did you see Kevin Reddington's face right there? He
All
looked
right,
at.
Commonwealth?
Your Honor, at this point, I would move to submit some evidence. First,
He's like,
would be the clothing Cora Clancy was wearing the night of January 24th, 2023.
interesting.
First, the pajama pants.
Why is that necessary?
Pajama shirt.
You hear the jurors crying? I do.
And then the pink robe. We could have these marked as one exhibit.
They may be admitted.
Yeah, Lindsay turned her head away.
Thank you.
And then Dawson's clothing.
Who upset the jurors?
Yeah,
That was so
dinosaur
unnecessary.
for the record. And a gray t-shirt or shirt, long sleeve shirt. Have this as the next exhibit, please.
That may be admitted.
And then Helen's pajamas.
Troll Steve is
As the next
objecting.
exhibit, please.
That may be admitted.
You're right, Amber. You're not wrong. But there's an ulterior motive here, and that's to.
Yellow exercise band found with Dawson.
Jury.
Can I have this as the next exhibit, please?
That may be admitted.
Black exercise band found with Cora. Could I have this as the next exhibit, please?
That may,
And then the blue exercise band found with Callan. We could have this as the next exhibit, please.
that may be admitted.
Your Honor, we would ask that the 911 call be played.
Oh, here we go.
All right. Members of the jury, I just kind of wanted to give you, all right. Sometimes in a trial, evidence that is introduced that produces in jurors an emotional response. For example, it's understandable to feel sympathy and empathy when you hear or see certain evidence. And so, but as jurors who have taken an oath to follow the law, I'm instructing you that the law says you must separate any emotional reaction on your part from the informational value and weight of the evidence.
I
You
mean,
must not be influenced in any way
okay,
by the
Judge.
unpleasant nature of some of the evidence, including testimony, including exhibits. And so you must find the facts in this case based only on the evidence. And so you can't find facts or base your decision on sympathy, anger, passion, or prejudice or pity for or against either side. Rather, your verdict must be based solely on the evidence that is introduced in this case and my instructions and any other limiting instructions. And I'll go into that, but I just kind of wanted to remind you of that as we go through this. All right, at this point, we're going to play the exhibit, which is, I believe, the 911 call. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
I love
wanna
the
remind
judge.
everyone that there is a order entered by the court regarding this matter. It's not to be recorded. It's not to be broadcast, and it's not to be reproduced in any way, subject to any sanctions that would go along with the violation of that court order. So I just kind of remind everybody that order applies to the media and applies to the public. So I just kind of wanted to remind everybody in regards to that. So with that, Commonwealth?
All right. We're not going to hear it. That's. Wow. I don't like. They're muting the 911 call. And it's look at Kevin Reddington. Crap. Forgot to have my mask on. Hold on. Sorry, guys. I think YouTube gets mad when people do that on camera, so. Okay. I'll be interested to see if Kevin brings Patrick in once they're done playing the 911 phone call. I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised. I've gotten dinged for stupider things on YouTube. I know YouTube is just like it doesn't like real words. I have to say stupid things instead of like murder and kill, and like I have to say unalive, and I can't say certain devices that can be used in the act of that happening. Hopefully you can pick up what I'm throwing down. It's just dumb. You know what? I went outside yesterday when the stream was over, and I I thought to myself, I wonder if it was like a meeting in the office of like, do we take this to trial? And if so, which one of you guys thinks that you could do this? Because I really don't think that a lot of people would want to be the one doing the majority of the questioning here for the prosecution. I can't help but think that there's someone on the prosecution that battled with postpartum depression, probably not psychosis, but maybe on their own, or maybe their wife did, and they were like, I can't. It's too much for me. It's too personal. It's too close to home. Yeah. I have to that's why I have Kick, guys. Shout out Kick. Hello, Mississippi. Excuse me. Oh, I mean, I'm sure that dispatch was walking them through how to perform CPR, because as much as you like love to think I know what I would do in that instant, everything flies out the window. I have no idea what I said on my 911 call when I saw my mom. This is awful. Wow, she's weeping. I wonder if he's gonna make the jury leave. You can't be acting like I'm not being selfish or mean, you guys. When you are a defendant, you can't break down like this. Like, I forget what the word is that they use. Excuse me. Hello, sir. Are you just watching me? I love you. My dog. Kaylee said, when my daughter had her first seizure, I had to call 911, and I'm sure I sounded like a psycho. I was hysterical. Hello, New Mexico. Yeah, you forget everything. One time I was at Texas Roadhouse, and this guy next to me started choking on a mozzarella stick.
Jurors, close your notebooks, place them on the chairs.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
Follow me, please.
Who called it? The mozzarella stick, and I just stared at him. Having 10 years of CPR certification experience from being a lifeguard, I just stared. And my mom like hit me upside the head and was like, "What are you doing? Help him."
Jurors have exited the courtroom. The court's in session. Please be seated.
We'll be in recess at this time.
Thank you.
Court, all rise.
Court is recess. Please exit the courtroom. Clear out the courtroom, please. Thank you.
All right, something happened. Hold on. We're gonna look into this. Something happened. Did she like yell something? I'm looking. I'm gonna let you know as soon as I know. I know where to go. Oh my God, she must be losing her mind right now. Okay. Oh, people that I follow who are reporting online. No. Yeah, nothing crazy like I had assumed. I guess everyone just must be crying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Oh, there's no way in hell Patrick is sitting in there. Um, yeah, I've seen trials where the defendant starts to lose it and they just get out of there. They're like, jurors can't see the defendant crying. What are you talking about? Sorry. There was something above that you said. I'm a huge believer in pharmaceutical intervention for a lot of things. But I don't agree with how they managed it. Like it was like every other week and they weren't allowing her to titrate up on the medications. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah. 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 I think that Kevin Reddington, first and foremost, I can tell you something with the most certainty I could ever express to you. This all comes down to the jury, who's sitting on that jury and their personal experiences. And that's just, but that full stop. And Kevin Reddington, if you look at him, he watches this jury like he has 100% laser focus on these jurors. And he is not very good at hiding his own emotions. So when something happens that obviously is impacting a juror, he will like make a facial expression. I don't know if he realizes that's his tell, but that's his tell. Um and it's been interesting to watch that. Like when Patrick walked really quickly out of the courtroom and didn't make eye contact with Kevin, Kevin's face went. But I think that he's going to do an excellent job pointing out the obvious, at least the obvious to us, which is Lindsay was a victim of a horrific try-fail system with medications. She tried to seek help. she knew what was going on with her body. She's a labor and delivery nurse. And I mean, she called the 1-800 number. I'm reading the chats. Yeah. By the way, one thing that I always mention is if you are a member of the stream or the channel, I try to always make sure that your chats are highlighted and put on screen. So if I miss a few during the trial, I apologize. Yes. 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 Yeah. Sarah coming in with the facts. Having to be on that 2.5 dose of Zoloft for 2 weeks and have it do nothing. I remember those days. I can't read this comment out loud because it involves a word that YouTube doesn't like, but yeah. Oh, I was talking about the lawyer. Did I say judge? Yeah. I think just be Mary. I think everyone, at least in the chat right now, is saying the same thing. That this woman was obviously struggling with a mental health disorder. This was not a um a situation where she had a lover on the side and wanted to it's not a Casey Anthony in so many words. And she made it known that she had been asking for help for so long. And this is just awful. This is awful. Oh, Kaylee, don't apologize, silly girl. Oh, Kevin Reddington is her attorney, Grandma. Oh, good morning, member Rob. Yeah. So I did learn that regardless of this decision, like if you are not or have not been paying attention, this is something to take into consideration. No matter what happens, she's not going to like a normal jail. That can't happen. They don't have the ability at a normal jail to care for her. Full stop. It's what they are arguing right now is whether she deserves to be in a mental institution or not. And I feel bad for Rob. Someone needs to warn Rob that he literally arrived for like the most traumatic crap ever. This trial is going to set precedent, which means, if you guys don't know what that means, this is going to be a case that is referenced in other lawsuits for the existence of the legal system. This case is going to set precedent in the United States because of what happened. Because I said this yesterday, I'm not trying to get friggin' brownie points or get your guys' admiration. I've lobbied against this system. Try fail. Doctors should be able to prescribe the medications that they believe are going to be the most effective for their patients without insurance telling them, oh, but they haven't tried Tylenol first. GTFO right now. Yeah, like, she's in a civil suit against some of the doctors for essentially not properly caring for her and what happened. Yep. And all the while, you're trying to explain to your doctor, I don't want to live. Do we really have to go through this? Like, I don't want to live. And they're making you go through all these stupid flaming hoops. I know, we've had this conversation. I love my Rob. He's a good guy. Guys, say hi to Rob. Yeah. It's morbid. So if you guys are just now joining, Bubbles called the what's a YouTube appropriate word for suicide? She called that hotline because Bubbles is like me. I'm very open about my struggle with mental health and what I've gone through and how I'm here today. It's for the grace of God and ketamine. Therapy, medically induced, not crazy stuff. But Bubbles called that hotline because she was struggling, and the people told her to have some tea and go for a walk. And I'm sure she was like, what, off a cliff? Like, what? It's so crazy. It's so crazy. It does. And you know what? I happen to be an MUA. Happy to help. Yeah, I mean, Bubbles is a trooper, and she's a great supporter of the system, not system, of the channel. And her PS, I know she is surrounded by cliffs. That's why I was like, have some tea, take a walk, and that's why I was like, off a cliff. That's what I would have said, Bubbles. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hold on. I'm updating something. Wow. The most obnoxious person I know, the most pick me reporter at this trial has not provided an update. That's kind of wild. Oh, what's Kathy saying? Oh, guys. No, I was right. Lindsay is having a panic attack. Well, I called that. That's according to Court TV. If you don't already follow Kathy Rusin, here I'm going to post her info in the chat. She is a great person. I love her. I don't know where I would be without her. She is a G. So, highly recommend giving her a follow if you have X. And if you're leaving for X, don't forget to come back. Yes, see? Read your screen right now. Also, Candy had to go through hell with her son. She's shared this in the chat before. I don't think she has a problem with me sharing her story as well. She lost her son 3 years ago to a one in a zillion disease, like only so many people in the world have. And I can only imagine the process that it took to get diagnosed with that because of my experience with a 1 in 100 or 1 in a million disease that I had. I just had heart surgery back in May. It took the x-ray people making an error. It took an accident for my heart problem to be discovered. And when it was discovered, it was like, you need to get this operated on immediately or else you're going to die. And that was in August. I couldn't get in to see a surgeon until May, even though they knew this was a life-threatening situation, because I had to go in for a bunch of tests that there were months-long waiting periods. Also, there were only like 24 doctors in the United States who could perform the surgery. So like there's a lot of issues, but I think that's why the guy who pew-pewed friggin' YouTube pew-pewed the healthcare executive. I think that's why so many people are like not mad at him. That's crazy to me. Like that was a straight up assassination, in my opinion. And I don't blame one executive for an entire United States system's errors. I think it's a holistic problem. I think it needs revamped entirely. Well, I'm going to keep you close to me, okay, Cloud? Okay. Oh my God. I was told that I can't ride a roller coaster because if my neck goes a certain way, from the damage I've caused with car accidents, I would become a paraplegic. Panic attacks are wild because you think you're actually dying. Like you can't breathe, you can't function. You are like you have these like fleeting thoughts of like, oh my God, this is it. I'm about to die. I can't even call my parents, say goodbye. Like, oh my God, oh my God. And it's a very scary, very, very scary situation. Meanwhile, there are these assholes around you that are like, oh my God, get it together. And you can't. You cannot get it together. Sorry, I'm not sorry. My hands, I have rheumatoid arthritis in my hands, but I had to ask my husband for help this morning with like stupid things because it takes like 20 to 25 minutes for my meds to kick in. And your girl forgot to set an alarm last night and woke up in a blind panic that I had missed the trial at 8:30. So, oh yeah, they were super rich. Oh my god. Mm. If you're commenting in my chat, I hope that you're subscribed because I love you guys and your stories are just like they mean so much to me. And I know they mean just as much as to the other people. Like I I have some of the most resilient, incredible people in here sharing their truths and that just it if I talk about it too much it'll like break me up, but you guys are just like I feel so tremendously blessed. Oh yeah, I'm not saying that socialized healthcare is the answer. Please don't twist my words. Uh you yeah, no. um I don't think that's the answer, but something needs to be done. I don't know if it's like I I've thought about this and you guys I'm a I'm a capitalist. Like I believe that people should get paid for their time and their money, their knowledge. Um and period, end of story. But with that being said, we are in a crisis right now. Do we do we allow doctors to go to school not for free, but at a significantly discounted rate? And do we give free education to nurses? Because I I I don't know the answer. But I've thought about that. I've never shared that publicly. I've never heard anyone else talk about that. That is my idea. Um so I don't know. And I know that the side of the aisle that I sit on politically would probably hate me for saying that, but we need to figure something out. Like we're at critical mass, y'all. Wait, what happened to Rob? Is Rob okay? Where's Rob? What were we referring to here? Oh my gosh. Yeah. They always say calm down. Thank you so much for your expert advice. Thank you so much. I always keep a certain medication for panic attacks that starts with the V on me at all times. I don't get them often. Like probably in 2025 I had one panic attack, but I keep it on me for that one emergency, like that where I'm out and I I have no option other than to snap out of it. Like thank God for medication. Okay, speaking of which, Rabbit, this is exactly what ketamine does. Ketamine resets the vagus nerve in the brainstem, and it, it it's revolutionary. 10 out of 10 recommend as long as you have access to it in a medical setting. Why don't I see Candy's? I feel like I'm missing people. It sometimes when you're subscribed to my channel, it takes like a few days to see the people's names, and YouTube has an option where you can like there's a toggle that it says like show that you are a subscriber to certain channels or hide it. I'm mincing the words here, but like something like that. No doubt. I don't know. I saw someone say like something's wrong with Rob. And so I was like, what's wrong with my Rob? That's a whole different conversation. Actually, let me pull up on screen someone that I started following recently. I wonder how long this break is. Uh, okay. So there is this lady, and I trigger warning probably, I don't know. Her job is basically advocating for people with chronic pain disorders and essentially bringing awareness to the fact that the DEA is breathing down doctors' necks and trying to tell them how to do their jobs. And it's a really touchy subject because, I mean, clearly it's an epidemic, right? It's horrible how many people have succumbed to addiction, and it's because of uh they had a knee surgery and they were prescribed a certain medication, and all of a sudden they're addicted to that medication, and then they go searching for the same feeling and wind up addicted to even more harmful or substances. And I found this woman to be extremely validating, and she did this stream like last week. And guys, I was sitting there minding my own business, just watching, and she said something, and I just started weeping. Like, I've never felt so heard by someone, because it's such a taboo topic to admit that you're in pain, because people will automatically assume that you are seeking certain medications. I definitely can't say those medications on stream or I'll get in trouble. And of course, I'm not remembering the name of her channel right now. But she has really short blonde hair and it starts with a D. I can't remember. Let me type in Pain and see if YouTube brings her name up. No, of course not. Why would it? Holy crap, guys. I just realized that I have a virtual doctor's appointment in 3 minutes. Quick, what should I do? I'm going to say I'm going to be 10 minutes late. Thank God she texted me. I forgot about that. It's actually my therapist. I have no problem saying that. Well, I'm going to keep this up no matter what. You guys might just see me and not hear what I'm saying. I asked to be 10 minutes late. You really don't think that? I mean, she doesn't need to be there though. The judge can say like, all right, that's it. You're excused for the day. I've seen that happen in trials as well. Candy's so sweet. Yep. Yes. Yes. You know what? Maybe that would actually, that's interesting because you have to sign a waiver in order. You have to sign a waiver that says like you won't do like illicit street drugs while being prescribed certain medicine, right? But what if you signed a waiver like saying, well, then we would run into a situation like we're in with Lindsay where the doctors didn't do their jobs. That's interesting. Girl. Systemic sexism. That's new. I've never heard this. You feel I've missed some comments on YouTube? All right, let me check one more time to see if I've missed any. No. All right. If I'm quiet, it's because there's nothing I can say. Like I'm not seeing anything. I'm looking. This Fauci stuff, that's also really wild. If we weren't covering Lindsay, I would be covering that. then you run the risk of like everyone getting so political, and the irony of the fact that my is my professional trade is that I was a lobbyist, and I don't want to talk politics. I don't want to talk politics. When you work in a certain area for so long, you start telling people that you're a waitress or a teacher. Or else you'll end up just getting yelled at for something you have no control over. Okay. Someone was removed from the courthouse. Hold on, I'm getting more information. This person has me blocked. It's a long story. This person also doesn't like feelings and introspection. Okay. Patrick's connection. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So Surviving the Survivor had a person there in the courthouse that was like streaming, and he was removed and escorted out of the building. Hold on, let me see. This is the guy. Hold on, I'll show you.
That he can't be affable.
This
can't
is the
talk to
guy
people,
that
he
was just
smiles at people,
removed.
but he's experienced, and you can't beat experience. He knows what he's up against, and he knows his
goes on for a short time.
I don't want to show his channel because I don't have permission to, and I don't need that heat right now. Oh my God, you guys. Oh my gosh. We've gained over 30 subs in 2 hours. Thank you so much. I know everyone kind of cleared out because there's nothing going on right now, but wow, thank you. We don't know why there was no court yesterday. Oh my gosh, talk about it. That's so crazy. Aw. You're so sweet, Kaylee. Thank you. Fauci is testifying this morning. That's why I was mentioning that. Wow, those are some strong words. Thank you, Candy. I just try to be I mean, I certainly don't think so, but I hope to be. I'm still a baby channel. I'm trying to do better, do all the things. But thank you so much. Okay, so what we're gonna do, I am going to put up a message on the screen that says court is on break. I am unavailable, or I'm in an appointment until 11:45. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves. Girl, I will always be your friend. Court is on a break, and Lacey, I hate talking about myself in third person, is in, has Lacey has had to step away until 11:45. All right, mods. This is the day that you've been waiting for. You guys are in charge. So, if you see anything that you think I would be upset about, feel free to remove it. You guys, I'm not even going to question it today. I trust you. Okay. I am going to mute up and turn off my camera, I think. So there you go. And I will see you guys in about 40 minutes, 40 to 45 minutes. I'm so sorry. Thank you.
Your Honor, for the purpose of the record, we return back to the matter of Commonwealth versus Lindsay Clancy. All parties are present, including the defendant.
All right. Counsel, can I see it sidebar, please? All right, we're going to take about a 5-minute break. Then we'll come back out and I'll address the scheduling with council. All right, so about a 5-minute recess.
Court, all rise.
during the opening statement. Those were horrendous, much more horrendous than I thought they would be. They looked horrible. And then she threw herself out of a window. She's paralyzed. You know, every single time I hear the court say, all rise, I think about the fact she cannot.
Yeah.
She cannot. She wasn't just, you know, saying I wanted to kill myself. She almost killed herself. And now she's permanently disabled. So, I mean, I mentioned this before we went back in, but I don't think they should have brought this case. I think the prosecution should have declined to prosecute, and she could have been found civilly, you know, responsible here in terms of having her committed, having her civilly committed. A court could have found that. She could have been committed to an institution because she's a harm to herself and she's a harm to others. She could have gotten treatment. This is not a criminal case in my mind. This is a case where they did everything they could to prevent this, and yet tragically it did occur. And frankly, I hope they're successful on the civil side, because I do think that the medical professionals failed her, obviously, and hopefully they will recover there.
Yeah, and Kevin Reddington was right there with those photos after the Commonwealth's opening statement. He brought those babies out and said, really, this is superficial wounds? Take a look. Very effective. The drugs, the different versions, different doses of drugs that she was given by different medical professionals. It's something that the defense is really leaning into, saying, yes, postpartum depression, but it was accelerated by these drugs, and that's a huge part of the equation. Here's Reddington in his opening saying that she was given drugs that she should not have been given, and everybody knows it, but yet she was given it.
After the second child, she had postpartum. You're going to hear evidence that that's one of the issues that is important, because that could lead to bipolar. One of the things that you don't do, which is taboo, is if you have somebody that's bipolar, you don't put them on an antidepressant, you don't put them on Zoloft, you don't put them on what's called an SSRI, selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors. It messes with your brain. You don't do that, but it was done in this case.
How do the drugs factor in? And more importantly, during this cross, how will that theory come to life through Patrick Clancy?
I think Patrick is going to expand upon what he was trying to say on direct examination, which is, okay, she may not have finished the entire bottle, but it was subject to different doses. So she finished one bottle and then maybe started another bottle. So I think he's going to try to explain at least that issue.
Yeah. Okay. You see they're back on the record there. Let's go into the courtroom, see if they're just going to wait for the jury or if there's anything else going on. Oh, looks like they're jumping back to a sidebar quickly before bringing in the jury. So let's use this opportunity, grab a commercial break, and get you back into the courtroom. We expect Patrick Clancy to be back on the stand for cross-examination. We'll see. Stay with us.
Which ones do you want? All the exhibits are in that box. The prescription bottles are right here. Do you need those?
Court, all rise. Jurors enter. This court is now in session. Please be seated.
Your Honor, for the purpose of the record, we return back to the trial of Commonwealth versus Lindsay Clancy. All parties are present, including the defendant and the 18 jurors.
All right. In terms of the juries, thank you for your patience with us. With that, Commonwealth, we would call your next witness, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. Commonwealth calls Angela Kraus.
Good morning. Right here, raise your right hand for the clerk, please.
Good morning. Do you solemnly swear that the testimony and the evidence you shall give to the court and the jury that I am now coming between the Commonwealth and the defendant shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Why don't you step right here, please?
Hey, good morning.
Good morning, how are
I'm
you?
going to ask you to keep your voice up and speak into that microphone, please.
Okay,
All right, thank you. Come on.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning.
good morning.
Could you please state and spell your name for the record?
It's Angela Kraus. It's Angela Krause,
And your date of birth, please.
5/1977,
Where do you work?
CVS Pharmacy,
And at which location?
Kingston,
And do you know the address of that location?
189 Summer Street.
And how long have you worked there?
4 years at that location.
And what is your role there?
General manager
How long have you been the general manager?
for CVS,
For CVS, yes.
9 years.
And so the entire time you've worked at that location, those 4 years, you've been the general manager at the Kingston store?
Yes, ma'am.
I want to direct your attention to Tuesday, January 24th, 2023. Were you working that day?
Yes, ma'am.
And which shift were you working?
Closing,
Which is what hours?
say roughly 3 to 11.
So that would be 3 p.m. to 11 p.m.?
Yes, ma'am.
And I want to direct your attention further to 4:48 p.m. Did you receive a phone call while you were working?
Yes, ma'am.
And was that on the CVS line?
Yes.
And do you know that number?
No,
And where were you when you received that call?
I was in the office
And what were you doing?
preparing to do cash for the night.
And what does that entail?
Closing out the registers.
And the call that you received, was that from a male or a female?
Female.
And what, if anything, did she say?
She was inquiring if I carried a product in stock.
And what product was that?
It was like a constipation medicine.
Was it Miralax?
Yes.
And did she specifically ask for something to do with children's Miralax?
Well, I asked for clarification because depending on if she wanted children's or adults, it would be in a different part of the store.
And when you asked for clarification, was she able to provide clarification?
Yes. She
And what-
said it was for children's.
And what was your response?
It's located in 2 different places in the store.
And did you give her any specific brand names or anything like that?
I just said that we carried Pedialax, and that was 13 and 20.
And approximately how long was this conversation?
A few minutes.
During that conversation, did you have any difficulty understanding the woman?
No, ma'am.
Did she appear to have any difficulty understanding you or the questions that you were asking her?
No, ma'am.
And her voice, did it seem slurred or impaired in any way?
Not at all. It's a very normal interaction.
I was just going to ask, was there anything out of the ordinary about the conversation?
No.
Later that evening, did the police come to the store?
Yes.
And did they request that you pull some surveillance footage for them?
Yes.
And did you do that?
Yes.
And if I could just have Exhibit 28, the footage up for a moment. If you could look at the screen here, do you recognize the store? And is this part of the footage that you provided to police that night?
Yes.
And directing your attention over here to the right, the aisle where the gentleman is standing, all the way to the right of the store. Are you familiar with what was in that aisle in January of 2023?
Yeah, that's our children's aisle.
So that would have things like children's Pedialax?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you have any interaction with that gentleman while he was in the store?
No, ma'am.
And did the police also ask you to provide a copy of a receipt for that gentleman's transaction?
Yes, ma'am.
And just showing you Exhibit 26. Is this the receipt that you provided to the police?
Yes, ma'am.
And on here, it says Skittles Wildberry. Would that be Skittles?
Yes.
It also says FLT PDLX LQD GLY for the second item. What does that stand for in CVS?
It's Fleet brand, but then it's going to be Pedialax and then a glycerin suppository.
Okay, so the FLT is for Fleet?
Yes.
And the PDLX is for Pedialax?
Yes, ma'am.
I have nothing further for the witness. Thank you.
All right. Mr. Reddington.
I have no questions. Thank you, ma'am.
All right, thank you. Be sit down.
Yes.
Thank you. please.
Your Honor, the Commonwealth would call Soraya Sweeney.
It doesn't make a difference to me.
Come on, ma'am. You stop right here, raise your right hand for the clerk, please.
Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that the testimony and the evidence you shall give to the court and the jury, no matter not coming between the Commonwealth and the defendant, shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Yes. Thank
This way,
you.
please.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Well, I'm just going to ask you to keep your voice up and speak in that microphone. Thank
Absolutely.
you. Yes.
Thank you,
Please,
Your Honor.
Sprague.
Thank you. Good morning. Could you please state and spell your name for the record?
My name is Saria, Saria. My last name is Sweeney or Shelgren, depending on what year we're in.
So in 2023 was
It
your
was
last
Sweeney, Sweeney.
And now what is your last name?
Shelgren, Shelgren.
And what is your date of birth?
9/3/89.
And where do you work?
Currently have two jobs. I work at a doctor's office and I also work at 3V. It's a restaurant in Plymouth.
And how is 3V spelled?
It's spelled out the number 3, THREE, with a V at the end.
And how long have you worked at 3V restaurant?
Since 2019.
And where is it located?
In Cordage Park in Plymouth.
And in 2023, in January of 2023, what was your role at 3V restaurant?
I was a hostess then.
And directing your attention further to Tuesday, January 24th, 2023, were you working that night?
Yes, I was.
And what shift were you working?
I work an evening shift. Usually I would arrive between 4:45 and 5 o'clock.
And when would your shift end?
Typically between 8 and 9 o'clock.
And what was your role as a hostess?
Greet patrons, take takeout orders, give takeout orders, seat people, generally help with the running of the restaurant front end.
And directing your attention to 5:10 p.m., did you receive a call for a takeout order?
Yes.
And was that a male or a female?
It was a female.
And did that person place an order?
Yes.
And do you recall what she ordered?
Yes.
What was that?
It was order of risotto and a Mediterranean power bowl.
And the power bowl, is that considered a type of salad at 3V?
Yes.
Did you ask any follow-up questions about the order of the salad?
Yes.
What did you ask?
We ask if it doesn't automatically come with protein. It's something that we always ask, do you want to add a protein?
Does the Mediterranean power bowl automatically come with protein?
No, it does not.
So did you ask the woman if she wanted protein?
Yes.
And what was her response?
No, thank you.
And did she also give you the name and phone number of the person who would be picking up the order?
Yes.
And is that something that you enter into the system as you're entering the order?
Yes.
Do you have any trouble understanding the woman?
No.
Did she appear to have any trouble understanding you or the questions you were asking her?
No.
Did her voice sound slurred or impaired in any way?
No.
Was there anything out of the ordinary about this interaction?
No.
Directing your attention to 5:54 p.m., was the order picked up?
Yes.
And was it picked up by a male or a female?
A male.
If we could pull up Exhibit 30 footage. And are you depicted in the video here?
Yes.
And where are you?
I'm standing behind the host stand.
And so for the record, the hostess stand or the host stand is in the upper left-hand corner?
Yeah, it's that black stand that has a wooden frame around the top.
So am I pointing to the right area?
Yes.
In the upper left corner?
Yes.
You could play that for a moment. if you could pause it, please. So we're at 5:54:19 p.m. You see the individual who picked up the
Good morning,
order?
Watkins.
And which individual is that?
The man in the dark jacket that entered last.
And is he the person behind the couple at the host stand?
Yes.
And showing you what's been marked as Exhibit 31.
Just going over what you guys were talking about.
Yes.
And what do you recognize it to be?
That is one of our printouts that comes with orders.
Welcome,
we attach
Paige.
those to the bags for takeout and have a copy for ourselves as well.
And displaying it. Okay. Here. Here in the line where it says Patrick and then a phone number, is that where you would enter in what the person calling gives you for the information of the person picking up the order?
Yes.
Sorry about that, guys. Barb says hi. It's my therapist.
Was there anything out of the ordinary about your interaction with that gentleman?
No.
I have no further questions.
Attorney Reddington.
No questions, thank you, ma'am.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Let me step down. Thank you.
What's your stuff?
If they get lunch, I'm gonna freak out.
All right, Counsel, could I see you at this time?
Oh my
Thanks again.
God. All right, let me find did anyone get any information on why that break was so long? I ask, knowing that I can't read the chat right now. I apologize. Oh my God, there's so many. So let's look for judge. Sorry for the dead air. I'm trying to make sure I have something ready for us to consume while we are on break for lunch. My therapist she saw me like taking things off and putting things on. She's like, "You have a lot going on over there." I was like, "If you only knew the half of it." All right, I'll just wait. Guys, if you could please share the stream. I don't ask usually unless I'm desperate. Let's be real. We had like over 200 people in here earlier and would love to get some people in here to help the conversation get to back to where it is. Not because I don't appreciate those of you who are here, because I do. I love you guys. But if you are able to share this stream and double check to make sure that you double tapped your screen if you're watching on your phone, that gives this a like, and just make sure that you are subscribed. I do this daily. With that being said, I do this daily, but I have my final ketamine treatment tomorrow. I've been live streaming all of my treatments.
Well, members of the jury, remember I said today was going to be full of a couple of starts and stops. This is going to be one of those stops, all right? So we're going to do, I'm going to excuse you till 2 o'clock, all right? Then we're going to come back and we're going to resume, I believe, with the Commonwealth's case.
Never mind, don't
We're
share.
going to be in recess on this matter till 2 o'clock, all right?
Court, all rise. Good. Close the notebooks, facing on your chairs, please. Call them out.
Let me, unless this is voir dire and we get to see it, then I'll keep the stream going. But if they're legit taking a 2-hour break, then I'll create a new stream and we will come back at 2 p.m. Because yeah. No, Sarah.
This court's in session, seated.
All right, we're going to be in recess on this matter till 2 o'clock. I want to remind everyone of the media order regarding not videotaping or broadcasting from the courtroom or inside the courthouse. So I just kind of wanted to reiterate that. All right.
Oh,
So,
that's why that
with
guy was
we'll be in
removed.
recess till 2 o'clock. Thank you.
Court, all rise.
Okay. We are going to break until 2. I can do many things, but I'm not prepared to riff it for 2 hours. Not gonna lie. So set an alarm for 2 o'clock.
We understand the defense is going to be able to use
I don't wanna
as a
show that.
direct examination.
We will come back. We'll come back at 2. I'm actually, while I'm thinking of it, hold on. I will create that stream right now. Create a stream. Afternoon. Oh my God, now someone's calling me. What is going on? And the tornado sirens are going off. They go off every Wednesday at noon. It's not an emergency. All right, so I am copying the same description that I used earlier. And I'm just going to say afternoon. This is the afternoon stream for the for de tu dos Commonwealth of Massachusetts v. Lindsay Clancy trial. I don't want to use the M word. If you know, you know. And we are going to hopefully hear from someone with a little bit more information to share than the poor restaurant lady who was just doing her job and had like 0 interaction with Patrick. Copy. Okay, we're good. Let me put the title on. Copy. Afternoon. What do I want to call this? The afternoon stream. Sorry guys, I'm trying to make this all proper for you. So you have somewhere to go. (2 p.m.) there's going to be no thumbnail right this moment because I am not on my phone. I'll add that a little bit later. Let's add IRL for kick. Okay. Day 2, part afternoon. Let's call day 2 afternoon instead of what I was doing earlier. Copy and rename YouTube that. Please, Lord. I hope I didn't mess anything up. Let me see what you guys are saying. I'll be back. Okay, that sounds good. So the last thing that I need to do, I've created the afternoon stream. I'm going to make it so that when I end this stream, y'all are going to be redirected to the afternoon stream. So you can set an alarm to get a notification when I go live. I hope that sounds good. I hope that works for you. Okay, we're almost done. I hope you guys are having a good day. I think I'm going to send everyone to the phone screen or stream, not screen. I'm going to send you all to the vertical stream since that's where we always chat at anyways, you know? I just think like that's the move. That's the move here. I probably shouldn't have created 2 different streams, whatever. We're good. We Gucci, fam. Oh my gosh, I can't believe how many subs today. This is wild. Okay. All right. We're good. Don't leave when I shut this down. I'm going to have you redirected. So I will see you guys at 2 o'clock. Don't do anything crazy in the next 120 minutes. Thank you for being here. Love you guys. Bye. 2 p.m. Eastern. By the way, that's like literally 2 hours. All right. Actually, I'm getting rid of the intro video. So as long as you're here in the next 5 seconds, you should have a screen pop up that will take you to the afternoon stream where you can set up your notification. And if you don't have notifications turned on for the channel, or you think that you do, double check because the notifications should be selected to all. And it usually will just say personalized when you turn on notifications. You want to get rid of that garbage. Select all, and that way you are actually notified when I do go live. But I'm just going to keep rambling. So I'll see you guys at 2 p.m. Thank you so much. Bye.